Like, yeah, well, back.
You guys all good?
Transformational for you. So doing something.
Are they talking?
I think so.
Hi, everyone.
You talk. Oh, yes, you're talking.
Okay, so the mic is working, the speakers are not.
Okay, let me just double check if you hear that the volume.
We're trying to like be more personal. That's your point. Yeah, video, thanks, really good.
Right.
Hi.
Sit down for the spirit.
Turn that down. Yeah, just in case.
This should make a little.
There we go. Good.
Oh,
Oh, no, that was very, that was like.
There you go. That's good. Yeah.
Why is that? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
I think they actually like 90,000.
They have options.
Yeah.
A range.
Can people online hear us?
hello.
Hey
Our
there.
students.
Hi.
Someone online just keep talking or making noise so I can see which speakers are working.
It's just like our devices until something works. Thank you, computer information system student. Oh, no, computer information system student. Oh, yeah, that was awful.
Sorry, were you all asking us to talk to test
Can
it?
someone online makes noise?
Yeah, we're talking.
Wave check.
Can you all hear us? I'm talking. Hello. Hello.
Can you guys try talking again?
Yep, I'm talking to
Now I can see Cheryl.
All right, I'm talking to you, Joe, and you can keep talking now until they hear us.
All right, cool. Thanks, Cheryl.
I can almost sit there. Sorry. Moral imperial. Say something, see something, say something.
I'm calling this meeting to order at 3:04 p.m. It is October 3rd. Emily, would you like to do the first roll call?
President Gutierrez. Senator DeGonga. Senator Eford. Senator Brown.
Present.
Senator DeRocher. Present. Senator Callahan.
Present.
Senator Fennell.
Present.
Senator Reyes.
President.
Senator George.
President.
Senator Brewer. Delegate Hall.
Present.
Delegate Zenoria.
Present.
Delegate Ornstein.
Here.
Delegate Casey.
Present.
And Liaison Brooks.
Present.
Thank you. And with that, we still have.
I think I'll just show it. Before we begin, USUA would like to acknowledge the Tenaya people whose ancestral land we gather on. We also acknowledge with gratitude all the indigenous people of Alaska for their continued care of the lands on which we live and work on. May we all be good stewards of these lands. Shalom. Okay. Are there any objections to approving the agenda? Seeing none, the agenda is approved. Do we have any guests speakers, we do Valerie Kozel, doctor, Director of Student Health and Counseling Center, presentation. This is Hello. Is there any way we could get?
I'm working on it.
We have Plan B.
Just requested so you can.
Yeah. It's thinking. I'm also sending you the PowerPoint.
Okay.
Yay. Thank you. Thanks for letting me come and talk. I was invited mostly to go over the update about Talkspace from Student Health and Counseling. Next slide. So this is me. I've met with USUAA on several occasions. I think this is my fourth official meeting with you guys for different reasons, but new faces and not everybody knows me and I don't know everybody here, but I've been with the university since 2022. I came from primary care in the Mat-Su Valley and I've lived and worked in Alaska for more than 25 years now. So that's me. I just want you to kind of know a little bit about what brings me here, why I'm here. I have 4 kids, 2 in college, or 2 actually college graduate now. And also decided to go back to school myself because all of you inspire me and work on my MBA. Not at UAA because they didn't have what I needed, but I'm working on my MBA in healthcare through UAF very slowly. So I can appreciate a little bit more about the student experience at this point. So I feel for all of you and so glad to be a part of you. Next slide. So just generally, to remind everybody, our goal is to support the physical and mental health of UAA Anchorage students in order to help students meet their educational goals. That's why we're here. We're here because of you. If you weren't here, we also don't need to be here. And that's the message that we continually give across campus to our staff and to students, that is our purpose. We do have finite resources to accomplish this, and it's my job as director to constantly balance student needs and those resources that we get. Next slide. The next 2 slides are exactly what you shouldn't do on slides, and mostly for reference. So you'll have access to these slides when I first met, my very first meeting with USUAA was at a time that we were asking for support about increase in the student fee and the consolidated fee that we get, our portion of the consolidated fee that goes to healthcare. But that's a very complicated history, the history of student health on our campus. And so these next two slides are really background information that you guys can reference kind of later, because that in and of itself is an hour-long discussion about how we got to where we are. Staff challenges, I think, were also important to highlight. Because part of the reason why we transitioned to a different method or added another partner for delivering mental health care was because of the challenges that we in Alaska and also nationwide have maintaining mental health care. We know that even prior to COVID was an issue. However, COVID did a lot of things for us, and it really did highlight how challenging it was to keep and maintain staff. And also changed student needs. The one maybe asterisk of good things that I can think of that COVID did help us understand was how we could deliver mental and physical health care sort of overnight, right? I had never done telemedicine, COVID hit, and I was at home getting directions about how to log into Zoom and how to see patients like literally the next day. And it was awkward and sort of ugly and really stressful. It worked. And so I think especially mental health care, it can be a very big tool. Physical health care, there is some things that we can do that way as well. For our purposes, do a lot of pre-participation physicals and other physicals that are not possible to do with telemedicine. But for sure, from a mental health point of view, there's a lot of services that we can provide. Next slide. So through all of that, fiscal issues, delivery issues, need issues, staffing issues, we really came to understand that we were going to need to modify our model for healthcare delivery in order to continue to provide care and at the same time meet our fiscal obligations. Other entities similar to us have also added mental health partners, big insurance companies, large businesses, other colleges and universities. And so we are not alone. We were not the first to think of it. And within our system, the big UA system, Fairbanks has also done a similar situation. They picked a different partner. We can go into why we're different. But UAF and UAA are uniquely different in many aspects, and we landed on different answers that were sort of determined to be the right answer for us, that were a little bit different than what they thought were the right answers for them. Next slide. So in our counseling center, even prior to this, almost half of all of our mental health appointments had already been telemedicine or virtual. I guess I would edit that to say virtual because we do some phone triage as well. But that has been the case for at least 4 years prior. Many universities have transitioned to telemental model, as mentioned UAF in 2025 due to similar challenges. Overall, last year, when it really did, the prior fiscal year really is when we kind of came to a head with most of these issues and really said, this is, unfortunately or fortunately, this is the time that we need to venture into looking at what our options are. So we spent a good portion of 2024, 2025, reviewing 5 major telemental health providers. All were different, all had pros and cons. They provided sort of different models, different costs. We looked at Talkspace, Timely Care, TBH, which stands for To Be Honest, but they go by TBH, Protocol, and Teladoc. Protocol, we already had a little bit of a relationship with because Protocol has provided our support for crisis with housing for several years, but they were starting to venture into kind of a wider market. And so we also looked at that. Next slide. So Talkspace, the goals included to continue to offer mental health services, improve consistency. That staffing piece was really challenging for us because we had staff come, staff go on multiple occasions, which really did not help the relationship with students in terms of that consistency of a counselor over the course of their therapy. Our goal was to improve access, meaning students sometimes want to get their care delivered after 5 on Saturday. We don't have the capacity to do that with a very small staff, but opening it up to a telemental health model where counselors might have broader schedules was one of the thoughts that we were also looking towards. Convenience for students, and to decrease the resources that we were constantly spending recruiting, because that's a big churn, right? Costs huge dollars to recruit medical providers. And then if their longevity here at the institution was very small, it was just a utilization of resources that we couldn't keep up with. In the end, we need to stay within our budget. So back to the slide that I skipped, just mentally, not physically. Student health is completely funded by student fees. So we do not have access to general fund money, which is the money that the state government gives to the university. So I have a budget from student fees that I need to stay within. We want to continue to actively support students. The UA mental health counselor continues to do all of our screening. So though we have partnered with an outside entity to provide counseling, every single student who wants to engage in mental health is going to have a screening appointment with our counselor. We felt like that was very important in our model because that gives us an opportunity to figure out how many students are accessing care, are we meeting their needs, what other resources might they have, because that's important for students. A big part of care within a university model for students is also the education aspect. This might be the first time that students have accessed care on their own, right? What does insurance look like? Who can I go to? And so when our lead counselor meets with students, she reviews all of that. We do have some students who aren't sure what they need, right? And during that appointment, she's going to help figure that out. We also have students who might be seeking care only for med management, refill of their meds for ADHD. So she's going to figure out what that process is and how we can serve those students as well. Our goal has always been to provide short-term problem-focused counseling. So there are students that it is not within our scope to continue to care for their mental health. If they come to us with very long-standing, very complicated mental health, we're going to need to partner with community resources and get them established with a community partner where they can continue their care. That comes back to access and who's eligible, right? Because if you're a student here at UA this semester, but you're not a student at UA next semester, you're not eligible for services anymore. If your mental health care needs are long-term, then that's not going to be a sustainable plan for you and probably not going to be super beneficial. So that's where Becky, our lead counselor, can help establish that and go, okay, maybe somebody has access to services at the Native Hospital. Maybe we need to do South Foundation. Maybe we need to do Alaska Behavioral Health. And she's going to help navigate that system with students. Stated, we are not always the best fit or the most appropriate for students. Some students have other options, as I mentioned. At this point, Talkspace does not cost students. So we incorporated the system underneath our budget and within the services that we provide at no cost to students. If you've been here long enough and you were here last year and interfaced student health, we did have a usage fee for last calendar academic year. That was an attempt to fill a gap. We had asked for prior increase in the student fee. That wasn't met with approval for the number that we asked for. So there was a gap between what our budget provided and what our costs were. And in an attempt to fill that gap, for 1 year, we did charge a usage fee that was $10 when students come to student health. That was the first time in the history that we had charged for appointments. We still charge for things like if you get a strep test, if you get amoxicillin, but we had never charged for the actual visit. Because we did get an increase last year from $8.89 to then $12 to then $14 per credit hour, we have eliminated the usage fee this year. So when students engage us and they want an appointment, either for mental health or physical health, at this point, that is of no cost to students. Our model includes 2 virtual counseling sessions per month for a 3-month interval. That mostly matches with standards, with what other universities do, with what really short-term solution-focused counseling looks like, and about a semester, right? Because we know if you're eligible right now, it's about 3 months. We also recognize that if you start to engage in November, that could be November, December, January, maybe you're not eligible at that point, but we felt like we wanted to err on the side of supporting students through that time and make it a useful benefit to students. And so we also, there's accounting issues. It gets really quickly hard to make all those decisions and withdraw services. And so we sort of made some broad decisions about 2 counseling sessions per month for 3 months once you start to engage.
Unlimited.
And also unlimited asynchronous tech support and psychoeducational resources. Right on cue, Michelle. SHCC also is tracking students. So as I said, a big part of the difference that we wanted or the way we wanted to be set up is that students come to us, we will then refer to Talkspace. It's not self-referral. And then at the end of 3 months of engagement, students are going to get a survey that says, hey, how was that? Did you get what you needed? Was it easy to interact? Did you get choices with the counselor like we said you would? Was it beneficial? At that same time, if you want to continue with services and you are still eligible, meaning you're registered for classes, then we will grant eligibility that can continue. All that's explained upfront to students. Next slide.
Just to let you know, you're down to 5 minutes left.
Okay, I'll talk faster. So just generally, this is numbers that Talkspace puts out about their services. Of course, always know where your information comes from. So this is information they gave to us, but 70% reported significant improvement, 50% registered full recovery. Again, I think keep in mind, we're talking about solution-focused short-term care. Next slide. This is also what they provide right now. They've got 35 counselors that are registered with their system who are licensed counselors in Alaska. And this is their demographics that they collect on them in terms of who they are, what their experience is. And that number is growing. A lot of counselors now want to be delivering care when they want, how they want, and this is the way they themselves can do that. Next slide. These are just some examples of like the landing page. When a student's referred to Talkspace, they're going to get this landing page. They're going to hit get started. They're going to have an access code. That's how Talkspace knows it's a UAA student. And they're going to put in their information. Next slide. This is just some of how it looks when students engage. They're going to fill out a little questionnaire, get matched to 3 different counselors that they can pick from. So that's a huge increase over maybe what resources we had before. We might have had one counselor who had openings, but this gives students a little bit more choice. Next slide. Here's our numbers. So for fiscal year 26, starting in July, we've screened 78 students in student health and counseling. 100% of students that want to be screened are scheduled. We have not turned any students away, and it's about a 0 to a 72-hour waiting time to get that screening. Now, a student could say, I don't have time next Friday, and that's more than 72 hours, but we have availability within 72 hours. Students seen, so this little graph, so about 57% were referred to Talkspace, wanted a referral. About 16% stayed in SHCC. Those are mostly med management patients, patients that wanted a refill of their medications for mental health. About 20% were referred to PSC, psychological services. Those students said, I want in-person counseling. And Becky explains what PSC is, right? It's students who are being trained and supervised to deliver care. But those students wanted to be seen at PSC, and then they were referred to psychological services at that time. 3.8%, 4% were referred to community partners. And the little piece that's red there are students who did not want any further care, decided not to engage, either decided that that wasn't really what they needed at the point or didn't want any of these options. Next slide. Most students referred to Talkspace completed the steps to access services. So nearly 60% of students screened are referred to Talkspace, and of those, 75% actually completed the entire process to get counseling. So I want to say, I think that this illustrates we're keeping track. We want to know if students can engage. We want this number to be good. We want this to be useful to students. And those are fairly robust numbers, I think, in terms of who's accessing care. Next slide. Also, crisis care. We never have before had 24 access to a mental health crisis support that was specific to UAA. We had crisis access for housed students through protocol, other than calling 988, right? 988 is a national number, still available. However, as part of our platform, we also pay for crisis for all UAA Anchorage students. This number is on our website, and students can call this number and get connected. They're screened. So there's a screener first that tries to identify, is this an emergency, life or death? We need to call 911, or you want to talk to a crisis counselor and establish a safety plan. And so this is brand new. We thought it was really important to have for UAA students. And that is different and new, and I think better than what we've had in terms of access before. I think that's it. Is that it?
That's the last slide, yes.
Phew, thanks. Questions, concerns, worries that I can answer in the 15 seconds that I have. Only kidding. Stay as long as you can.
I think I'm just slightly confused. So Talkspace is a new program that's being added to student health and counseling.
Correct.
So
It is how we are delivering ongoing counseling for students now. So prior, we had counselors that were employed by student health. That was not sustainable for all those reasons mentioned. So we have partnered with this partner who delivers mental health care, and student health has that partnership, that contract, and we are now delivering mental health counseling specifically through Talkspace.
okay. And the other programs such as PSC still running on the side too, or?
Yeah, PSC is separate from me completely. They're run from the academic world because they are students who are working on getting their counseling degrees. So that's separate. We collaborate, we talk to each other. Hannah Ekstrom is their director. Hannah and I talk on a weekly basis. We talk about the students that we're referring over. They actually have added students added to their program, so they are absolutely needing patients. So we know that students have another option now if they want in-person counseling. And so we collaborate, but we are run completely separate, live on two separate sides of the university in the hierarchy of student affairs versus academic affairs. So we are both delivering healthcare, mental health care. You don't have to be a student to go to PSC. There are many community members outside of the university here through PSC. Good question. Yeah.
Are there any questions online for Dr. Croswell?
I need to come back in a couple months. And I need to bring you the data after we survey the students that are getting care, and they tell us how it's going. So I invited myself to the next party, whenever that is, to come. So about 3 times right now. So July, August, September, we just hit that point that we started sending out the surveys to students that have gotten care through Talkspace. So once we have more robust information about what students feel and think about that, then I will be happy to come back and bring that information if I'm invited. Guys, thank you for your time.
Moving on, are there any speakers from the floor? Go ahead, Zach.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zach Clark. I am the Director of Alumni and Community Engagement here at UAA. I wanted to take a few minutes of my time and your time to say thank you. I got a couple of thank yous I got to offer you. Number one, thank you to those who were able to come over and help out with the chancellor searches, which was now a couple of weeks ago already. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. You all came and helped us get our community partners up to the community open forums, and I greatly appreciate that. Thank you also for the passage of your bill to support the class gift that we're starting with your $500 and our $500 from the Alumni Association. We will work to build a culture of philanthropy as our students are starting to look to graduate. This is something that's going to be a multi-year plan, so hopefully it's the start of something that we're able to work on into the future. The idea is that the graduating students are able to sort of shepherd a gift on their way out to support students who come before them. Usually at institutions, this is something that students do with their money, but that's something that we know that not everyone student's able to do here. So we're introducing this idea in sort of a different way. We'll offer opportunities for those who maybe are able to give a little bit more. But as part of that bill, you did ask that we survey at least 50 people. So I wanted to say that's easy. We'll definitely be able to do that. Probably what I'm thinking now is to have a couple of students who are graduating either in the fall or the spring come together as a small focus group and work to identify maybe a top 5 list. You know, we don't want to send out like a laundry list or an open-ended question to all of our students. So we really want to maybe whittle it down to maybe like a top 5. And so we'll whittle it down to a top 5. Anyone graduating here? I know you are, so I'm definitely going to come and ask if you would like to sit on the focus group. And then I'll look to find some other students as well. And those will be what our next steps are. And I'll try and keep you all on the loop for that. Thank you for coming to the Spirit Run last week. I saw a number of you. I think there were 8 at your table. Some of you ran too, so thank you for that. I'm not sure if the final announcement had gone out, but they raised $5,000 for the food insecurity program, which is double what they did last year. So it was really cool. A lot of the photos have come out. If you were able to run or join, hopefully you've been able to go check them out and see if there's any photos of yourself in there as well. And then my final thing I'd like to leave you with is an invite. I was here a couple weeks ago with you when Kathy Bethard and Matt Shasby from Seawolf Hockey were here. Tonight is their first regular season game, and they're going to have their pregame event. I'm going to leave here and go set up our tent for that, because we'll be giving out free meals courtesy of student activities. If you're a student, come by and grab a free meal. We have food from Yeti Dogs and Trinity Eats. So by the time your meeting gets done, you may have to hang out for a couple minutes, but you could go get some hockey tickets and then come get a free meal courtesy of student activities. That's all I have for you.
Are there any questions for Zach? Any questions online? All right, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Are there any more speakers on the floor?
Hi,
Hi.
thanks. Hello. I'm Tom Green, and I am visiting campus for a few days. This is the third of 3 days I'm visiting campus. Because Dean Morton has been extremely generous with his time to step up and be the acting Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs at the university for several months now, when he thought it might be a few days. So he has really, done double duty here at the university. And so the Chancellor has been looking for an interim Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs to get you through the school year with it. So I'm up here at the university taking a look. But I think the intention is that I'll be coming back and serving as your Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs for the rest of the year. And I'm really looking forward to it. I live in Herndon, Virginia. That's a little ways away. So I'll be up here, and my wife, Angie, will come up and visit from time to time, but her work is with Europe. So as you can imagine, that's a little difficult on the Alaskan time zone to do that. But you will see me around campus quite a bit. I'll be living on campus, and you may see my wife around campus as well. So we're looking forward to meeting a lot of you. I just want to say I'm really pleased to be here at this meeting today. In Student Affairs, we talk a lot about building community. That's kind of a mantra of Student Affairs, is you're trying to build this community and help people understand how to build a community. And student government is just one of the foundational aspects of that. You're making decisions about how you'll be a community, right? What will that look like? What will be acceptable? What's unacceptable? What do you want to put your priorities to? That's what community is. And so you're really an important part of living that mantra of student affairs, of building community. The other is I work with a national and international program which is inventing the next generation of digital student credentials. And I've been working on that since 2014. So you don't be surprised if during your time as students or graduate students or soon after that time, that you see student records really changing. And it's going to be changing based on skills that you need to demonstrate after you get out of college, right? Why are you here? You want to get a great job. Right? You want to have a great career. You want to do something meaningful with your lives. And so we know there's a lot of data out there that we could use to demonstrate like what you've done. This does not appear in a transcript, right? There's no part of that, your work here, but it can appear on these digital student records. We know that leadership is the most requested skill by employers. And what are you doing here? You're serving as leaders. So I'm working on a project that helps demonstrate that and gives you evidence, verified evidence, that you really have those skills with it. So I'm looking forward to working with everybody here at UAA, being part of the community, and to maybe coming back at one of your meetings and just checking in, seeing how things are going. And if you happen to see me around campus, stop and say hello. Let me know how it's going, what's working, and what can we do better. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for letting me say a few words. Yeah, any questions, by the way? Right?
Yeah. Are there any questions for Mr. Green? Okay, seeing none.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, moving on to, are there any more guest speakers from the floor? Seeing that, moving on to our advisor report.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And I don't know if Kim has things to jump in on as well. Thank you for your flexibility as I join you from the Midwest in very, very warm weather. It is 80s and 90s here, which I was not prepared for. My report is pretty slim this week. Since the majority of the week I've been off, I did meet with Arel and Emily earlier today, and they were able to update me on a lot of the different things that have been happening this week, specifically talking through some of the surveys that were able to go out with the newsletter, which I am very excited about how many students y'all have gotten. So I'm excited to see what those results say from the parking and tuition surveys. Just a few notable events that'll be coming up next week for anyone who's interested. I did link these to the Seawolf Life platform. So there's Latin Student Union Carne Asada on October 8th, and that's going to be at the Multicultural Student Center. There's also going to be a vinyl painting contest. I am very curious where the vinyls are coming from. I don't know, Kim, if you have intel on that. It sounds like there will be Lots of vinyls, lots of art supplies. There will be, I believe, 3 winners, and everyone will be painting some old vinyls. And then the last one we have here is, sorry, my phone was running out of reception. There's going to be a Disney karaoke. Did anyone go to the karaoke? I think that was earlier this week. Was that one earlier?
Yeah.
Did anyone attend? No. You do have another chance with the Disney karaoke coming up. That one's going to be over in Residence Life, especially for those of you who are living on campus.
I went to the karaoke.
You're going to do karaoke, Max?
Sweet, me and Max are gonna do karaoke.
I did it. I went to the karaoke and I'm gonna go again to the karaoke.
Oh,
I went to
love
the
it.
past
That's
one.
awesome. Very cool. I don't have too much else. I am going to be making most regular scheduled meetings next week. I'll still be remote. So thank you all for the flexibility. And if anyone meet one-on-one, any of the new members or anyone who's leading any of the committees, feel free to just send me an email or pop something on my schedule date. Otherwise, just let me know if anyone has questions.
Looks like we have questions that are written out. Did you see my comment that I made recently on the standing rules? I had a question for you regarding the advocacy policy we had on there.
Ooh, I don't think I caught that one, but happy to chat about. Are you all going to move forward to hopefully pass the standing rules today?
We won't be able to do it today, but we are going to be bringing it up in rules again today to pass next week.
Got it. Okay, cool. I could take a look at that as soon as the meeting's over. Thanks for calling that out for me.
No problem. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Anyone else? Cool. Well, thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, moving on. Board reports. Nothing. Committee reports. John, would you like to present activities?
Yes, ma'am. I gotcha. So, we had our meeting this Tuesday, this Tuesday, and we had our first speaker on the floor. Her name is Deborah Mole. She works with the consortium library, and she hoped to. She was asking USUAA how we could help them with taking a role in their panel discussions. And while we were discussing it amongst our committee, we decided that we would mainly take the standpoint of just advertising and surveying students to see how we can actually optimize the panel discussion. We also finalized our Title IX budget to around $60 to $70. This is going to count for the food that we provide at the event. Unfortunately, we weren't able to split it with Sarah, who's the director for Title IX, but honestly, it's totally fine. We're still waiting for an email back from Rebecca about Club Council. She was supposed to come in this week's committee meeting, but she got into a car accident, so there's that. We are considering participation in Halloween Fun Night, which is, Aurel, correct me if I'm right, it should be the 25th.
Yes.
Yeah, and our current goal, my current goal for the committee throughout the month of October is to get some exposure to being able to get into surveying and advertising for any events in general this month. Thank you. I'm sorry if you guys hear my fan.
Are there any questions regarding the activities committee report? Any questions online? All right, seeing none, you are off the hook. Legislative Affairs Committee report, Senator Callahan.
Okay, so we had a meeting this Tuesday. We kind of came to a stopping point with the parking issue / discussion that we've been having for the past couple meetings. We decided that we're gonna wait until we receive those pamphlets and brochures from Parking Services to hand those out to students to hopefully bring some comfort to students on and more information on where the raise in parking is going. We also got a ton more student feedback after the Fireside Updates video came out. So yeah, we're going to look over those responses in our next meeting. So for now, it's somewhat tabled, but we're gonna keep coming back to it slowly throughout the month. We started discussing housing and the lack of housing for UAA. We invited Ryan Buckle and Ryan Hill to attend our next meeting to talk to us more about housing and what they want from USUAA in regard to like a stance, brainstorming, things like that, and to also get more information on the issue itself. We also had a coalition of student leaders meeting this week held on Monday. We held elections, so I was voted in as chair of the coalition. Bonnie Brennan was voted in as vice chair, and Phoebe Pepper was voted in as secretary. I also submitted our UAA campus report and drafted up the Board of Regents report, so that is being put on their agenda. The Board of Regents meeting is in November, so that's coming up. And then also, we discussed the common hour with the coalition. The feedback we got from the coalition as a whole is that they want student feedback on the matter. So me and Arel drafted up a survey, and I sent that out to the coalition, so they're getting it out to their campuses for more student feedback. That's all I have.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the Legislative Affairs Committee report? Seeing none, we will move on. Senator Pinella, do you have any update on rules?
Yes, we're actually gonna have a meeting today. I took a test this morning. I'm no longer positive for COVID. Yay! So we will be having our meeting. We'll be discussing the standing rules. This is the last time I hope that we have to update the standing rules so that we can actually vote on them. The issue that I talked to Cheryl about shouldn't be a reason why we can't pass it through the committee again today and get it on the floor next Friday. So should be incredibly brief, but as just putting it out there into the ether, make sure you're doing your hours, make sure you're putting in excusal requests if you need to, and one day I will lead by example by doing both of those things.
Are there any questions for Senator Pinella regarding this? Seeing none. Okay, for student academic affairs this week, we finalized the survey on tuition increase. It got added to the executive's Fireside Update email. Apparently, we're getting a good amount of responses in, so go ahead and look through those. Our meeting on Monday, Cheryl gave us a quick lesson on the Mobile Duar, did I say that right? Scholarship. We are starting the fall process soon. We kind of nailed down a timeline of when we want applications to open, be due, and when we're choosing recipients so that it gets to the financial aid office on time. Are there any questions? Perfect. Seeing none, we will move on to delegate reports. Okay, College of Business and Public Policy.
Yeah, so the only update, I know I said it last time, but is that we have the showcase today. Doors open at 4:30. It's a 21 and over event. If you would like tickets and you don't have them and you don't know how to get them, let me know and I'll help you.
Perfect. Short and sweet, thank you. College of Engineering.
We had our student club showcase yesterday. I didn't go, but I did hear from a lot of people that they were able to hog a lot of the food, so I got jealous. But besides the food, I will say that the student clubs there that were presenting did go really well, and I assume we're able to recruit I'd say a number of people. I don't know how much. Me and Max were able to reach out to Dean Kenrick, and and his associate dean, Jennifer, and we are planning for our first official meeting next Tuesday, October 7th.
Thank you. Are there any colleges on this list that just didn't write anything down, wanted to do it off the top of your head? Okay, thank you. We are moving on to liaison reports. Liaison Brooks.
So we had no club council meeting today. I've nothing. We had a e-board meeting today though. There's nothing in particular need to report about for our e-board meeting. But I'm currently in talks with the Green Fee Board about the vacancies in their board. We're trying to see if we get a presenter to come in next club council meeting to help present and see if we can fill in the vacancies.
Okay. Executive report.
Yeah, being a busy this week, been attending great meetings. I just got back from a faculty senate meeting. And later today, faculty staff council meeting recently as well. I have a couple appointments to make. First one is for media board representative, Aspen Brewer. She wishes to be the media board representative for USUAA. Get some time for her to talk about it.
Yeah, what I do is I'm a journalist, so for me, that's like my bread and butter. So I would try to like do the best that I could, if I was a part of it.
Some other questions? I'll pass on to Emily, the roll call.
Senator DeGonga. Senator Eford,
Yes.
Senator Brown,
Yes.
Senator DeRocher,
Yes.
Senator Callahan,
Yes.
Senator Pennell,
Yes.
Senator Reyes,
Yes.
Senator George,
Yes.
Senator Brewer,
Yes.
Delegate Hall,
Yes.
Delegate Janoria,
Yeah.
Delegate Ornstein,
Yes.
Delegate Cation, Liaison Brooks.
Yes.
Thank you, and congratulations, you're the media.
The next appointment is for a new Green Fee Board member. Her name is Grace Salazar. We got her packed recently. Once again, members for boards now have to come to our meetings. She wrote in her bio that she enjoys that the university offers a free way for people to connect, community, and make difference. She's small green thumb and wants to broaden her scope and sustainability. This broad would be a good use of free time and pathway to grow her skills. All right. With that, does anybody have any questions on her report? With that, pass on to Emily to conduct roll call for this new Green board member.
Senator DeGonga, Senator Eford,
Yes.
Senator Brown,
Yes.
Senator DeRocher,
Yes.
Senator Callahan,
Yes.
Senator Pennell,
Yes.
Senator Reyes,
Yes.
Senator George,
Yes.
Senator Brewer,
Yes.
Delegate Hall,
Yes.
Delegate Janoria,
Yes.
Delegate Ornstein,
Yes.
Delegate Cation, Liaison Brooks.
Yes.
And with that,
Today, once again, we still have a representative for Green Board position still open for members if they want to do it. We'll opt them out of being part of the committee. Those week are again what we're paid in our coalition leaders on common hour form, which she sent out to the coalition. We sent out our fireside update this week on Wednesday. We are looking for volunteers for the next one coming up. That will probably drop at the end of October. If anyone wishes to be reported for that. Days to be planned for that at the moment. I spoke to the board coordinator, Ed, who's helping with the homecoming tabling. He mentions for us, if those who table for homecoming, they would not have to pay for tickets. But you have to sign up for it on the Google Sheet by tonight if you wish to table and not pay and go to homecoming without paying for tickets. Let's see. Additionally, I've been in discussion. Campbell, what's your position again?
Executive director.
Executive Director, thank you, Kim, about the idea of restarting the Constitution Committee. You see, our Constitution has been outdated for quite some time. The Constitution Committee is a group of people that will help propose amendments, fix edits to the Constitution that will be then approved by us and then sent to the students for approval. The amendments will be, for starters, providing school education their own delegates, it's their own branch of college, possibly providing a liaison to the middle college, create a new officer role to handle media stuff such as our website and social media. Amendment to officially allow, this is a typo, but members that aren't part of the USA to be part of the Mountain Royal Leadership Scholarship, which we already do. It's just in the Constitution, it's outdated for that part. And that'll be all. So committee is recommended to consist of a liaison, a delegate, a senator, a board member, and executive to ensure all voices are further heard in the process. With everyone's schedule, the committee would probably be bi-weekly or monthly on Zoom while together they work together to find issues to fix on the Constitution. If anybody's interested in the process, please raise your hand or let me know later on today. Thank you.
You're not gonna say the last sentence?
I believe that if they're fit for the duty.
You're just gonna volunteer people?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, yeah. Is anybody interested?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, looks like there are no assembly session reports. Moving on to old business. Why is this? Okay, next. Accreditation visits sign up. If you'd like to walk people 5 minutes from building to building, please feel free to sign up as soon as possible. There's also the Title IX training seminar coming up on October 7th. Please sign up to attend and help set up. I think all the setup spots are taken now, but there is takedown spots available. Homecoming week will be October 13th through 18th. There are a lot of events, including the USUAA alumni and current member social event thing that you don't have to work at. You can just attend like a real person. Moving on to new business, new recruits. I don't think she's here today. Okay. Rules committee is taking us back to rules committee.
Yes, standing rules are going back to rules.
Okay. Is there any for the good? Oh, yes.
Other question, so are we full for senators? Is there a position open?
We have
or
one senator position left.
one position
And
left?
that's the one
Okay.
that Josh just left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Are we talking to a new recruit today?
She's not here.
Okay.
Yes.
Another for the good, happy Filipino American History Month to 3.5 plus.
Yes. Taylor Swift's album came out last night. It was great. I would definitely rate it at least 8.5 to 9.
8.5 Swifts out of 10.
Yes.
Max, what do you think?
The important
Oh, sorry, there's 4 Filipinos. I forgot Max's hat too.
yes.
Are you gonna talk about FanFest?
Oh yeah, we got FamFest coming up. You guys should go to that. It's on the 16th. Shout out Kabayan.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, that's lame, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in California.
You should skip that to go to FamFest.
Definitely not.
Okay, perfect. Emily, would you like to keep going? Oh, yes, one more.
Sorry, sorry, y'all. Okay, I do have a message from Eileen Mooring, who works in enrollment services. She was running around a bit today, so she couldn't make it for the good. But she wanted to let USUAA know that on 10/15 during homecoming week, enrollment services will be hosting their Good Day Sequels from 1 to 3 p.m. that day. And she will have a mini backdrop for the Enchanted Forest to help promote the dance. So she wanted to invite you there. And I think they're also giving away mugs and stuff like that. So I think that is going to be awesome. Next week, we'll make sure to do a big overview on homecoming week. As a reminder, homecoming week is the week of the 13th. So making sure you're signing up. USUAA is very involved in all of the things happening that week. And we are looking forward to seeing you there. there was at least one other thing I was just going to mention. In terms of events and things like that. Sorry, I didn't write it down. I had it up before. Anyway, we've got lots of things happening, I think, next week. Cheryl mentioned many of them as well. And yeah, that's it.
So it's gonna be like Good Morning Vietnam. We're gonna have like a guy show up.
No, every semester we do Good Day at Seawolves, usually Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just welcome people into homecoming week, and that's fun. We've got lots of fun events this year. We're doing Spirit's birthday, so you can come have cake.
Oh, will Spirit be there?
Spirit will be there.
Oh, sweet.
I know. You don't have to be Spirit.
But I want you so bad.
I know you do. And there may be an opportunity for you at some point. So, this semester. But anyway, yeah, hope to see you guys at and around next campus. I know Cheryl's working remote again next week. So happy to participate wherever you all need next week if she's not here physically.
Would there be any free swag, any chance, or?
The swag, we do not have specific homecoming swag this year, I will say.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be swag-ish, but not homecoming specific swag. So it'll be more limited. This is what I was gonna remember to say. Accreditation visit next week. See, I knew it was gonna come back to me. A few reminders. I think, Aurel, you're the only one signed up to walk the accreditors. Okay, you are, but I have other student leaders as well, so we're all good. But I just will say, Aurel got a nice UAA scarf for volunteering to walk to the accreditors next week. So just show that, I want you to know that sometimes when you don't sign up, you miss out.
I'm definitely gonna sign up now. Oh, it's sick.
Oh, man. Started it up.
So the students who volunteer buy their beautiful new scarves. Anyway, then on Thursday is the student session, 11 o'clock in Library 307. That is the student only session. It is a great opportunity for you to go and talk about your experience at UAA. It's very meaningful. I think there's going to be cookies. I don't know if cookies are going to get you there, but if they do, they'll be in Library 307 to be able to do that. And then I will be sending out reminders. There are a few of you I have signed up to go specifically to the student leader session on Thursday afternoon. And I will be sending all those reminders before the end of the day today. But just appreciate everybody being involved. You're likely to see the accreditors walking around campus, mostly probably if you're between the library and admin next week. It seems like where they're mostly going to be. So they might stop and ask you questions as well.
Have we posted all the sign up sheets for that? Because I can't remember if I signed up, but it sounds like something I would have signed up.
I would have emailed you, and you would have emailed me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there isn't a sign up sheet for that one because I was only allowed a few students, so I had to spread my wings on that. But the only other thing that did have a sign up sheet was the walking of the students, or walking of the accreditor, sorry. Around.
How long until they close the sign up sheet for walking?
Well, I was gonna close it today, if you do desire to walk, because now that we've shared the scarf situation, then yes, just let me know today, because I will just need to make sure that they know to expect you. I can check that sheet Monday morning. Okay.
Anybody else have any business to discuss? Is there any more for the kids?
We're good.
Seeing none, Emily, would you like to do closing roll call?
President Gutierrez. Present. Senator Uganda. Senator Gifford.
Present.
Senator Brown. Present. Senator DeRocher. Present. Senator Callahan. Present. Senator Pennell.
Here.
Senator Reyes.
Here.
Senator George.
Here.
Senator Brewer. Here. Delegate Hall. Present. Delegate Zenoria.
Present.
Delegate Ornstein.
Present.
Delegate Kaysen. And Liaison Brooks.
Present.
Hey, thank you guys. We are adjourned at 4:06 p.m.